Our new Prime Minister has released all of his investments. Well, he was forced to do that. Brian Lilley has been following the story for a long time and breaking a lot of news on it. And so Carney was a successful business person. We know that.
Yeah.
And then he wrote a book saying that he doesn't like oil and gas and we're going to go to net zero emissions. What do his investments tell you about that?
Well, so there's two things. There's the 103 companies that he asked to recuse himself on because of conflicts of interest. And
right.
Remember, he said there was not even the potential for one. Look inside yourself, Rosemary. So that's one side of the story. But then there's these hundreds of other companies that he doesn't have to recuse himself on, but he has some kind of investment. We don't know how much. And it's like Chevron, Marathon, Occidental. He's big into refining oil, exploring for oil, drilling for oil, pipelines. He's got we don't know how much money because we don't find out that part, but invested in a company that is big into fracking in Pennsylvania, New York State, and the areas around that.
Well, what does that say about our Prime Minister? Because he was a great friend with Greta, and they were going to stop the world from using any oil or gas at all. You know, and he's written about it, saying we can't go on with this, but underhandedly, is it underhanded?
Yeah.
That he's making a lot of money on this?
Well, you're an old liberal. You know, if you don't like a liberal's, principles, hang on, they've got others. And this is what he's doing here.
Do you think this is fatal?
I don't know. It depends if people pay attention or if they care. You know, from the elbows up crowd, the immediate emails I'm getting is, well, he's successful. Isn't that good? Well, if this was a conservative, you'd be saying, well, he can't make decisions on pipelines because he owns a bunch of companies that build pipelines.
Or he's two-faced because he's saying, we can't do this, and yet I'm making money under the table.
And then he's saying we're going to build the strongest, best economy in the G7. Well, his investments, I don't really see many Canadian companies on there. There's only a couple. You look at airlines. He's invested in American Airlines, Delta, United, Southwest, not Air Canada. WestJet's not public anymore, but, on banks. No Canadian banks that I could find, but he's invested in Bank of America, US Bank, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, Fifth Third Bank. That's my favorite bank name in the world, Fifth Third. But no RBC, no Scotia, no Canadian banks on the list.
So maybe he was not investing in Canadian banks so he wouldn't have a conflict of interest.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
This seems very much a let's invest in the booming economy down south because Canada, after 10 years of Trudeau Liberals, is not giving a good return on investment.
You, Brian Lilley, hear from people all across Canada. Are Canadians going to be concerned about this, or just going to say, it's okay?
I think there's going to be a bit of both. Hopefully it's, he has a bit more transparency. He should have been transparent from the beginning. He wasn't. Instead, he lectured reporters for daring to ask him questions.
How dare you? I'm an imperialist. Brian Lilley, thank you very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.